gentlemen, Jeff Civillico.
Woo! Good morning, everybody. Hello. Hello. Good morning first. How are we feeling? Fabulous. Well, thank you so much for that introduction, Sean. I'm absolutely delighted to be here with all of you. This date has been on the calendar for me for a really long time. Because you see, in 2023, I was asked to be involved in the 2024 conference in Albuquerque. And I was like, I am in, baby. And then my cousin decided to get married on the exact same weekend on the East Coast. How rude, right? So I said, I'll be there next year. And first said, we meet every other year. And I said, I'll be there in 2 years. He said, this is 2023. It's not till 2026. I said, I'll be there in 3 years. So here we are, June 26th. Yeah, I can't believe it's actually here. Woo! And I'm really excited. I'm a little bit of a different type of speaker. I'd like to have a little bit of fun, do a lot of improv. You're going to see me perform tomorrow night at the big banquet. Very excited. But I figured, early morning here, let's kind of just get myself warmed up and get you all warmed up with a little bit of balancing. The bigger the object I balance, the bigger the applause. Okay? Sound good? Yeah. Yeah, you can tell I'm an entertainer, so I'm kind of giving you the cue, right? To say, don't make me beg for it, all right? All right, here, this is object number one. We're just gonna do object number one, just a light golf clap here. Don't be shy. There you go, that's object number one. Okay, now I said I do a lot of improv, so let's see what you have out there that I could balance. How about your chair? You mind? Your chair? Why not? Let's go for it. I'm gonna bounce your, whoa. All right, I'm gonna bounce your chair on my chin. Would that be cool? That'd be cool. All right. No, stay standing. Yeah, I just want the standing ovation. That's a partial standing ovation right there. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. All right, here we go. A little bit. She says, oh my gosh. That was funny. I can hear you up here. That's right, yes. Yes. Let's do it again with this girl sitting in the chair. No, I'm kidding. Father of the year right there. He was like, get up there. All right, this is for you. Thank you very much. Appreciate that, Claire. Let's see, what else do we have out there that I get? The coffee? That's a bad idea. What else? Let's see here. How about there, the crotch? Sure, why not? She said, okay, sure. All right. Should I do which end should I do? I don't know which one's nastier. All right, let's go with the... Got it? Okay. All right, here we go. There you go. Yay! Woo! That's gross. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. This would be kind of cool, right? Why not? Yeah? You got the lucky seat right there. Ah! Just kidding. That was me. Did you pee a little? No? Just me? Okay. All right. That's why I wear black. Yes. Woo! All right. Let's see, one more. What else do we have out here? Well, it's very fancy. I don't think that'd be too heavy. This would be kind of cool, huh? What do you think? Yeah? This would probably be, this is a horrible idea. Should I try it? Yeah? Why not? What could possibly go wrong? All right, would you be impressed if I could balance an 8-foot ladder on my chin? So would I. Let's see. All right, let's see here. We'll give it a shot. All right, clap fast. This will not last long. Not yet. I didn't do it yet. A very nice audience. You're clapping before stuff happens. This is great. There we go. Yes. Woo! Beautiful. Yes. All right. One more time first. How we feeling? Woo! Beautiful. All right. Brian, you mind? Give me a hand getting this guy off. Thank you so much. Give it up for Brian and this fantastic crew. Thank you very much. Brian, nope. Blow it up. All right. He got out of there fast. One more time for Brian and the crew. Give it up for him. Come on, they're doing a great job here. Appreciate it. Woo! All right. So, we're going to talk about influence this morning. And as I'm sure you can already tell, this is going to be a very traditional speech. Formal in nature. Very academic. A lot of charts, a lot of graphs, a lot of footnotes. Over the next 50 minutes, if you find yourself enjoying any part of this, that's on you. Just make sure we're all on the same page. All right, so by round of applause, how many of you are familiar with Simon Sinek's iconic Start With Why talk? Anybody? Yeah, a few people. Okay, see some hands? Good, okay. This is a speech that fundamentally changed how countless leaders approach their business and their lives, really. 17 years on the internet. 70 million views. Not bad, right? Yeah. Until you realize that a video like this has 4.7 billion views. Yep. That's billion with a B. Yeah. There's only 8 billion people on the planet. And look, I'm not knocking those kids. I mean, good for them, right? But think about it. Those numbers side by side, that's nuts. 6 billion pictures and videos are taken every single day. We all know that we live in the most connected era in human history. We can observe, record, broadcast anything to anyone, anywhere, at any time. And yet, for so many of us, we feel more powerless, disengaged, and invisible than ever before. Ironically, in 2026, when we become so good at documenting and sharing our lives, the word influence has been hijacked. We've rebranded influence as attention. And on some level, we know this is absurd. In fact, there's an entire genre of content that exists making fun of online influencers. And it's wildly popular and hilarious.
This past summer in Bali was everything I wanted it to be and more. It was the kind of trip that gets you enough content to post on Instagram for a whole month so that everyone thinks you're constantly traveling. The kind of trip that changes you as a person and gets you at least 6,000 new followers. I learned so much about myself on this trip, but there was one thing that really stood out to me, and that is, you don't need a storyline to make your travels look epic. All you need is a voiceover and a soft, airy voice, and with the right dramatic pauses, it'll sound inspirational. I've learned that all you need are shots of yourself walking along the beach in a flowy outfit, leading your faceless boyfriend places.
So good, right? I love this guy. I gotta show you one more.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a good one. I wear it like all the time. I wasn't originally gonna come on here, but my DMs have been literally flooded with inquiries asking where I got this hefty top. I am literally drowning in DMs, so here I am fighting for my life to stay afloat. PSA, hefty runs big in general. Like, I'm typically a 00, but I'm a hefty size 2. Their scented line, though, runs true to size. Some days being an influencer, like, you wonder if you're doing any good in the world, but then you see people reach out to you and you notice, like, you're helping people every single day. It's like the most rewarding experience I've ever had.
Hilarious, right? So there's a whole industry now. Luxury homes, sports cars, fake private jets, all rentable by the hour. So you can pretend you're someone you're not. Yeah. She really liked AI Jeff. I think he's a little creepy. But think about it. That's the inversion right there. People chasing importance instead of actually focusing on forming the daily habits, making the daily decisions that add up to a meaningful life, which, as it turns out, is how you become the type of person the world labels important, if that's what you're going for. But hey, once you start playing the attention game, the conclusions come fast. First comes, I'm not worthy of attention. Then, if you're not careful, the more dangerous jumps begin. I don't have the ability to influence anyone, to impact anyone. None of what I'm doing matters. None of this matters. I don't matter. Friends, we've outsourced meaning to metrics. We've started performing instead of being present, instead of, living. And look, I am not above this at all, right? Like I'm guilty of this. And I'm telling you, I still have social media. I'm active on social media. This is not me telling you to delete your apps and go off grid. This isn't a get off my lawn talk. What it is, though, is a conversation about intention, about knowing where you stand, about knowing what you believe in. Because it's really hard today. There's a scoreboard out there. Money, looks, status, power, fame. And none of us signed up for it. But yet every time you pick up your phone, there it is, challenging you to reaffirm what you say you believe in. Pings, dings, and rings constantly, right? Over and over again. The average person, I just saw latest stat, picks up their phone 205 times a day. That's 205 chances to get pulled back in, right? 205 times that we're challenged, that we're tempted. The siren song of the dopamine hit, pulling us back into the muck. I wonder if anyone commented on my post. Is she doing better than me? They look happier than us. Whew. Comparison is the thief of joy, right? And again, to be clear, I am so guilty of this. The other day, I checked my phone. I wanted to check out the weather here in Minneapolis. Next thing I know, I'm 2 hours in. I'm looking at sod-roofed cottages in Reykjavik. I'm like, I've never been to Reykjavik. I don't have any plans to go to Reykjavik, right? I just wanted to find out if I should wear pants or shorts tonight. So this is real life. This happens. And there's nothing wrong with perusing your phone to look at sod-roofed cottages in Reykjavik if that's what I picked up my phone to do, but it wasn't. Now, before anyone just kind of jumps and says well, this is just a generational issue or even a technology issue, I can assure you this is much bigger than that. This is a human issue. It's all of us. So naturally, it shows up in the workplace. We bring ourselves to work. Have you ever noticed someone who's kind of mentally checked out, a little glazed over, almost like a shell of themselves? Burnout isn't always about hours. More often, it's about belief that effort no longer matters. Disengagement begins the moment people stop believing they have impact. And here's the hard truth. When people don't believe they matter, they stop acting like they matter. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. This is how team culture, and if you think about it, individual happiness quietly erodes from the inside out. We willingly hand over our power to people and ideas that don't deserve it. Oftentimes that we don't even believe in. Oftentimes that we don't even like. That's the problem we're solving this morning. The solution, stop giving your power to forces that don't deserve it because it's your power. You don't have to give it away, and you can take it back. I lived in Las Vegas for the last 15 years now. I'm proud to call it home. And one of the coolest things about living in Vegas is flying back home at night. You're in the middle of the desert, there's just nothing. And then all of a sudden, far off, you see this neon mecca. It's kind of vibrating. It's really cool. Now, where does all that power come from? One of Las Vegas's main sources of power is the Hoover Dam. And this is something you really have to kind of see in person to appreciate. I want to point your attention here to that big body of water being held back. That water represents what we all learned in 8th grade science class, potential energy. Potential energy is the stored energy an object possesses because of its position, arrangement, or state relative to other objects. It's potential because it has the ability to turn into staggering amounts of kinetic energy. Now, think about the influence that each of you has individually available to you right here in this room. Out there, you or someone you love and you care for may be the only person that someone meets with ichthyosis. How you show up changes everything they thought they knew. never underestimate the power of a single person. Back to the Hoover Dam. You walk over there to the water, you scoop out a gallon of water. Think about everything that gallon of water can do. Quench your thirst, bathe, keep someone alive. That's a lot of power. But then, when you've got millions of gallons of water all channeling through the Hoover Dam, right? That's how you power Las Vegas. That's how you get a neon mecca. And that's you. Think about it. The influence that you have individually available to you already, in and of itself, that's powerful. But now multiply it across every newly diagnosed patient, every scared mom, every person you come into contact with through your day, through your life. The ripples go further than we can ever imagine. That's a massive amount of potential energy. I believe influence isn't reserved for the loudest voice, the biggest platform, or the most senior job title. Real influence belongs to those who show up consistently, who act with intention, and who care deeply right where they are. In the same way, millions of gallons of water get unleashed through the dam to power Las Vegas. I believe the sheer magnitude of potential influence you have can and should be released every day as an everyday influencer. So, what is everyday influence? That is where we are headed. I want to talk about how it works, how you see it, how you notice it, how you amplify it. But in order to do that, I think it's going to hit a little bit harder if you know a little bit about me and my backstory. Have you ever noticed, you watch, America's Got Talent, American Ninja Warrior, any of those competition shows, they always start with the person's backstory. There's a reason. So, I'm the youngest of 3 brothers, and I've always been a little different. Yeah, I believe it was my great uncle Bob who once said at a family reunion, the Civillico brothers, Gene, John, Jeff, what are you boys up to nowadays? Gene said, I'm a neurobiologist. I just graduated with my PhD from Harvard. John said, I'm a dentist. I just took over Dad's dental practice. I said, I should have gone first. Yeah. But it's true. My brothers are the best. We've always had a great relationship, but they are super smart. And it's always been a little intimidating growing up in this family. You remember when you were a kid, and, if you are a kid now, you do anything to get your parents' attention, right? Like, Mom, look at, watch this, a cannonball in the pool, an impromptu dance recital, right? Whatever it takes. For me, juggling. Yeah, 10 years old, I became Jeff the Juggler. At 43, I am still Jeff the Juggler. That's right. It could be worse. I could be a dentist. Sorry, Dad. So, it all started for me because I started doing juggling shows in my kitchen for my grandmother. This is Graham. This is my first audience. Now, years before that, I got picked to be a volunteer by this guy. He was a street performer outside Boston. He dressed all in green, as you can see. He juggled torches and machetes, and I thought he was so cool. He called himself Peter Panic. He picked me out of the audience, and he had me do a little trick with a spinning plate. Now, I don't always have kids in the audience, so I actually could recreate this if anybody wants to. We have anybody who's like 7, 8, 9 years old? 7, 8, 9? Maybe want to jump on stage, or I can come out to you. I just throw it out there, no pressure. Oh, yeah, we have some over here? Maybe? Yeah? Yeah? Oh, no, you're in trouble now. She's actively hitting you. Good. That's all right. I'm glad I asked her agent first. Yeah, somebody out here? Yeah? Oh, cool, yeah, you can just stay right here. Wait, yeah? Oh, where are you pointing? Oh, okay, yeah, perfect, awesome. Do you want to come up on stage or you want to do it here? You want to come up on stage or do you just want to do it here? Yeah, right here, yeah, good call, yeah, he's like right here. He's like, all right, let's get 2 hands on that part. What's your name? Anthony? Anthony, okay, perfect. All right, Anthony, you're going to hold on real strong, okay? Ready? By the way, that was my name when I was a little kid too, by the way. Yeah, can we get 2 hands? Great, yeah, perfect. All right, here we go. Ready? Check it out. Come on, don't make me beg for it. People, please. Come on, I need this. Nice. Oh, no, he didn't. Oh, yes, he did. All right, ready? Sorry, you want to stand up maybe? Yeah. You're getting the good side right there, sir. Yeah. Okay, yeah, okay, perfect. All right. Can I let go? There it is. Yes, Anthony. Perfect. Nice. Good? Awesome, good. I'm going to finish the talk. I'll be back in like 40 minutes, all right? No, by the way, can we just point out Anthony's laser-like focus? Ah! Like the pros. Nice work. Boom. Blow it up. Thank you, man. Thank you. Nice job, man. Hey, that was pretty awesome. I don't always get to give somebody that opportunity. That was really cool. So, how old is Anthony? 7.5, almost 8. Perfect. That was the exact same age I did that trick. Although I'll be honest, I did not do it with your level of poise and confidence. I was like bouncing all over. I was like, ah! So that trick literally like changed my life forever. Just this little trick. Because in front of the audience with the lights and the sound, the rush of the crowd, I became fascinated with first juggling and then performing. And I dreamt of having my own show on the Las Vegas Strip. 7 years old, I'm already like, Vegas, baby. Now, after a lot of hard work, that dream came true. Vegas, baby. It happened. And as I sat there, about to sign my contract for my own show in Las Vegas, keep in mind, this is my childhood dream come true, I thought to myself, man, like, this is nuts. How did I get here? Then I remembered. Plate on a stick. Peter Panic. Right? If he hadn't chosen me to be a volunteer, and I hadn't been supported by family and friends, none of the rest would have happened. So then I started thinking to myself, how cool would it be if I could find Peter Panic if he was still out there performing somewhere? Wouldn't that be awesome? Yeah, I thought so too. So I made it my mission. I was like, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to find this guy. Okay, it took a lot less time than I expected. Yeah, it took like 3 seconds because I Googled him. Duh, right? PeterPanic.com comes right up. Website, contact page, phone number. Next thing I know, my childhood hero. Hi, Mr. Panic. My name is Jeff Civillico. 20 years ago, you picked me to be a volunteer at one of your shows, and I'm not expecting you to remember me, but I just know now that it was this really special moment because of that moment, my parents bought me this book on juggling, and I started doing juggling shows in my kitchen for my parents and my grandma, and I dreamt of having my own show in Las Vegas, and I started working at theme parks and colleges and cruise ships and casinos, and one thing led to another, and now I can't believe it, but I'm actually signing a contract for my own show in Las Vegas, and I just wanted to say thank you because you were the one who gave me my official start in show business. Silence when I told him that story. It's like, but then I heard tears on the other end of the line. Yeah, he was like choked up. He was emotional. And as a performer now, I get it. At the time, I didn't know what was going on. I was like, hello? But it was a really special moment. I'll never forget. It became an inflection point in my life. So years later, I decided to actually go back and reconnect with Peter in person after all that time. Like, I gotta say hi to this dude, right? Now, I still remember, I'm walking over to the hotel and I'm doing the math. I'm trying to think about like how old he is. You know when you're a kid, you have no idea how old anyone is? I thought he was gonna be like 112 years old. Okay, at the time, I was 30. He was 42. Yeah. So I told him, I said, hey, Peter, after 10 years performing 6 nights a week on the Las Vegas Strip, I have something in my heart beyond Las Vegas that I want to focus on. So I'm going to be wrapping up my residency, and I would love for you to be there for my final show. He said yes, and it was one of the most special moments of my life. Take a look.
So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my friend, Peter Panic!
Wow, that's amazing. You didn't think I was real, did you? Thought it was just a made-up story. Wow, this is incredible. It's all true. It's all true. And I refuse to take any kind of credit. Let's have a big hand for Jeff's parents. Because Because I didn't do anything. I am a juggler. I'm a professional juggler. I ride unicycles and do shows, and I used the kid as a volunteer. But as I said to him, not all of those kids grew up to be Jeff Civillico.
Are you nervous? No, I was talking to Peter. He's never done this before.
Right, so...
Yeah, this is... All right, here we go. Ready? Up, down. Fast start, every other. There we go. Yeah. All right. We're going to go to shower at 8, 9, 10. Everybody's. Here we go. Yeah, there it is. 10, go to bow. Just kidding. Don't do it. 8, don't take a bow. 10. There it is. Give it up, guys. Thank you very much. Keep it up one more time, Mr. Peter Panic. Hey.
All right, and that's the story of Mr. Peter Panic right there. Oh, thank you. Very kind. Appreciate that. By the way, that's why I wear green socks, if anybody noticed that. A little homage to Peter. These pants are a lot tighter than I thought. Should not have put these in the dryer. Okay, so side note, they made an Amazon special out of this story. And as we were reviewing the footage, you know, watch it over and over again. You see these cuts over again, you're tweaking things, and I noticed something that I did not notice in the moment. Peter, within the first 30 seconds of me bringing him on stage in Las Vegas, denies his own sense of influence 3 times. Peter denies 3 times. I think there's a joke in there somewhere. You can make that one up yourself. But I don't know if you caught this, right? Really, I did not. Check this out. 3 times within the first 30 seconds of coming on stage.
Wow. This
Number
is
1.
Incredible. It's all true. It's all true. And I refuse to take any kind of credit. Let's have a big hand for Jeff's parents.
I literally flew the dude out to Las Vegas to say, you changed my life. And the first thing he does is he defers. He says, well, I didn't do anything. How about Jeff's parents? Yeah. Number 2.
Because I didn't do anything. I am a juggler. I'm a professional juggler. I ride unicycles.
Did you hear him stutter? He almost said, I'm just a juggler. He said, I didn't do anything. I'm a juggler. We all do that, right? I'm just a XYZ. And I'll tell you, it doesn't matter who it is. I'm fortunate to speak to a lot of different groups. Talk to the nurses. They say, I'm just a nurse. Doctor controls the clinical plan. Talk to a teacher. I'm just a teacher. I can't control what's going on in the kid's home life. It doesn't matter. It's this human tendency to kind of defer and deflect our own sense of influence. And number 3.
I used the kid as a volunteer, but as I said to him, not all of those kids grew up to be Jeff Civillico.
Now, I appreciate where he's coming from there. I really do. It was my last show. I had everybody there, friends, family, media. You know, he wanted to give me some love. But I believe in this moment, Peter, like so many of us, was uncomfortable with being the hero of the story. You know, influence doesn't require permission. It doesn't pause when you're on vacation, when you're tired. Right? You are influencing people whether you know it or not, whether you want to be or not. There's no off button. It just is. So the question isn't, do you have influence? You do. The question is, what are you doing with the influence you have on those around you? So, a couple years ago, I gave a TED Talk at Purdue University, and it was called How to Be an Everyday Influencer. And I noticed from the comments that term, everyday influencer, really resonated with people, right? It really kind of stuck out with what everybody was talking about, because you think like, oh, I'm a fitness influencer, a lifestyle, a fashion, but this term everyday influencer really kind of popped for people. Now, the study of influence itself is not new. Dr. Robert Cialdini is known as the godfather of influence research. Okay, 40 years, 7 books. He's the most cited social psychologist alive. He's like the OG influencer. He literally wrote the book on influence. It is called Influence. Right? Yeah, now in this book, he details 7 core principles of influence. Going through all 7 would take us all weekend, so we're not going to do that. But I want to focus in on the principle he calls social proof. In the book, Cialdini writes that people follow the lead of similar, others. Think about that. Similar others. Not powerful others, not famous others, not blue check verified others, similar others. You want to talk about similar others? Look to your left. Look to your right. Nobody else on the planet understands what it's like to live in this skin or to love someone who does the way the people right there at your table do. That's why this room matters. So, I got to thinking. I'm a curious dude. I like pulling on threads. And I thought, okay, all this Cialdini stuff, like, this is pretty awesome, but he wrote that in 1984. I was 1, right? So I'm like, does all of this still hold up when we're walking around with an all-purpose utility and entertainment device glued to our face all the time? So I did what any youngest of 3 attention-seeking nerd would do. I commissioned a national research study in partnership with the Center for Generational Kinetics. Over 1,000 people weighted to the U.S. Census. I was really proud of this study. And what we found was, shocker, Cialdini was right. He's actually more right now than he was in 1984. 8 out of 10 people say that someone has positively influenced them in a way that's forever changed their life. 8 out of 10. Forever. Now here's the twist. Only 13% say that that positive influence was due to a social media or online influencer. In fact, 65% of people actually said that social media is making it harder to be a positive influence today. Think about that. The thing we built to connect humanity is making it harder to be a positive influence. That's a problem. So, I'm really proud of this study. Put together, came up with 5 major insights. One that we're not going to have time to talk about today. 48% of people have quit a job because no one in leadership was a positive everyday influence. Wow, 48%. That's more than a statistic. That's a retention strategy. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to throw this QR code up there. I would love if you could give it a quick scan. It's free. All you have to do is just enter your email. There's nothing, not going to spam you. Just going to send you the research report there. It takes like 10 seconds. And look, even Dr. Cialdini downloaded it. That's him, the OG influencer. So if you're skeptical from taking life advice from a guy who just had a ladder on his face, maybe that should help. Claire's like, yes, I am. Thank you. Appreciate that. All right, so I want to show you how everyday influence works. But to do that, I need the help of a volunteer. But wait, I want someone, I'm just going to throw this out there. Doesn't always work, but hey, let's go for it. We're amongst friends. I'm looking for an adult who may know how to juggle by any chance. Whoa, you've been waiting for this moment your whole life. He was like, let's go. That was amazing. And then she even said, right here. He knew. It's like, wow, what? You couldn't say no. This is amazing. What's your name, Nathaniel? Nathaniel, great. Come on up here. Let's give Nathaniel a big round of applause. This is amazing. You really can juggle? He's like, sure, why not? Let's go for it. Okay, Nathaniel, center stage, face the audience. I don't think you realize what a big deal this is, people. This doesn't happen. Maybe like 1 in 10 shows. Nathaniel's gonna juggle 3. Here we go. Wait, no, dude, really? He was like, let's go for it. All right, we're going to start you off with the bean bags, Nathaniel, okay? Yeah, we'll see how that goes. All right, these are for you. Yep. Whoop, good start. How about a hand for Nathaniel? I'm going to take 5. Been working hard. Oh, wow. Oh, my gosh. He's like a carny. Look at him go. Do your thing, Nathaniel. Do your thing. Yeah, all you. Yeah, you got this. We got 25 minutes, so take your time. Let's do an under the leg. Under the leg. Oh! Oh! Okay. Nathaniel, you were getting real close to owning the Hyatt Regency right there. He's like, ah! Okay, let's back it up, Nathaniel. No, I can't let you off before you pull off the under the leg. They were loving it. But we're going to be here. I'm going to be here in spirit, okay? Oh, yes, yes! Give me behind the back, Nathaniel. Behind the back. That's all right. All right, you know what? One more time. You know what? Actually, let's move on. Let's do a spin, Nathaniel. Let's just go for the spin. Why not? A pirouette, Nathaniel. You got this. Here we go. We're going to chant your name. Oh! Okay, here. You're really making me work for it, Nathaniel. On up, we're going to chant your name one more time. You got this. That was right, but you got to throw it higher and spin like 10 times faster. Okay, here we go. Nathaniel, Nathaniel. Okay, you're getting worse. You're getting worse, Nathaniel. You're falling apart. Here we go. Nathaniel, 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 Nathaniel. Oh, yeah. Good. Thank you for not diving. Thank you for not. All right, give it up. That was pretty good, guys. Give it up for Nathaniel. Well done, sir. Well done. No, you're not finished. Get back here. Get back. Nathaniel's like, thank you and good night. No, Nathaniel, we are just getting started, sir. Are you right or left-handed? Right. We're going to put you on the right then, Nathaniel, and I'll be on the left. Side by side. Nathaniel, you're the right hand. I'm the left hand. Together, we're making like a super person between the two of us. I know, I'm excited too. It's going to be great. Okay, left hand to your side, behind your back, or we can huggle. I don't want to huggle. It's just an option. Okay. I am killing it with that lady over there. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. All right. How do I deal with the lights? Yeah, I know. Welcome to my world, Daniel. I know. Thank you. All right, here we go. Ready? Let's, yeah, okay. You're going to toss your ball with me. Yep, and catch mine. Nice. Okay, good. That's right. I dropped mine too, and it'll make you look bad. Good. That's right. Before they notice, we're going to edit that out for the video. Don't worry. Good. All right. Jeff Nathaniel. Time out, just so you know. That ball didn't actually leave your hand, just so you, yeah? Yeah, this wouldn't happen if we were huggling. All right, Jeff Nathaniel. Yes, good. Okay, good. Yes, good. Good, let's add some style points. Good, yes. Look at him go. Okay, by the way, you can look at your hand as you catch the ball. Much easier. Nathaniel's like, good. All right. All right, Nathaniel. All right, yes, good. All right, good, yes. Good. Off the head, look at that. Good, all right, he's still not looking at his hand. It's amazing, the peripheral vision you have. Okay, are you chewing gum? Making this even more impressive. All right, now, Jeff is adding the third ball. Okay, Jeff is talking the third person. Don't let Nathaniel be alarmed. You know what, let's go full.
Nathaniel's nervous.
Nathaniel's nervous. You said Nathaniel's nervous. Jeff appreciates the third person joke. Jeff doesn't want you to be funnier than him, though. So just one. Good. All right. Come on, Nathaniel. Yes, there it is. Yes, he can't even believe it. Big smile. Big first smile. Close your mouth. There you go. Yes. Look at him. That is Nathaniel. Pretty good. Well done, Nathaniel. Well done. Nice, dude. Nice.
You think I can balance a chair on my chin?
No, he goes, hey, do you think I can balance a chair on my chin? I don't know. Can you?
Yeah.
Wait, really? You're going to show me afterwards.
I believe in influence.
Okay, he goes, I believe in influence. Trying to use my talk against me. Nathaniel, maybe afterwards. But tell you what, no, you're not finished yet. That was pretty good. I can't let you off stage. You're comedy gold, Nathaniel. Pretty good with the beanbags, right? I think better than we all expected. Yep, okay. Nathaniel, have you ever tried to juggle the pins? Nathaniel, that line is funnier when you drop that. Let's see if, can he juggle 4 pins? Nathaniel, you're going to toss that 4th pin from your right hand to my, that's all right. I dropped mine too. Didn't want to make you look bad. Good. See that? Teamwork right there. Who is this guy? That was unbelievable. Are you a carny? No, okay, that was, let's back it up. Wow, I didn't realize you got a semi-professional up here. This is fantastic. You're gonna keep it over here, Nathaniel, okay? Just watch here and here. These are hot spots, okay? Keep it over here, all right? Should we do a practice toss on the count of 3? 1. Oh, I see you. See that? He was like, I'm just scratching my back. Okay, 1, 2, 3. A beautiful single flip from Andrew. Give it up, guys. Pretty good. We had Anthony and now Andrew. All right, right over here. No, Nathaniel. You're Nathaniel. Who's Andrew? That's Anthony. Who's Andrew? All right, I don't know where that came from. Squirrel. All right, where was I? Okay, here we go. Nathaniel. 1. What'd you say? What do you mean you can't? Not with that attitude. Come on. I didn't think you could balance a club on your face either, but here we are. All right, 1 last thing I'm going to tell you. Nathaniel, as you send your club to me, I'm going to send one to you at the same time. Did you get that? Yep. Good. When it happens, you'll know. Focus. Ah! That was a test. Good. Did you see Nathaniel's cat-like reflexes? Nothing's getting by you. All right, 1, 2, 3. Throw, Nathaniel. I dropped mine too. I didn't want to make you look bad. What happened? We both have 2. The bit's over. No, come on, keep going in. Throw me, Nathaniel. Throw, good. Pass and throw, Nathaniel. A little faster, good. Yeah, hold on. Nathaniel messed up. Good, hold on. Drop your, good. Yeah, that's all right. Good, we both messed up. Come on, Nathaniel, teamwork. What happened, man? All right, 1, 2, 3, here we go. Nathaniel, let's pass and throw. Okay, let's get in the rhythm. Good, watch the moneymaker. And then keep it over here, watch. Okay, not 9 feet tall. Andrew, good. Okay, yeah, good, a little faster. Okay, try to relax. Look. Okay, Nathaniel, look a little more relaxed. Okay, good. All right, don't stop, Nathaniel, don't stop. Okay, all right, I'm gonna throw some tricks. Don't stop. What the heck was that? Give it up for Nathaniel, he's doing a great job. Yes, don't stop, Nathaniel. Yes, who's your daddy, Nathaniel? Come on, keep going, Nathaniel, before they notice. Who's your daddy, Nathaniel? Yes, good. You're catching every 7th club, Nathaniel. Okay, hammer back. Good, here we go, Nathaniel. You got this. Okay, good. Now it's your turn to throw the tricks, Nathaniel. Let's start with an under the leg. Yes, good. Yes, shall we try? Okay, just one. Shall we try behind the back? This didn't go so hot before. Oh, God, I just pulled something. Keep going. Let's try that again. Behind the back, Andrew. Okay, good. All right, just one. Let's go. Okay, we're gonna move on. Now, okay, this is the big finish. Andrew, this is the one you couldn't, Nathaniel. This is the one you couldn't do on your own, okay? But now that we're together, I think you can pull it off, okay? You okay over there? You're really freaking out. Yeah, I know, it's my first, too. It's the first. Good. Bad joke. Okay, here we go, Nathaniel. Hit us with the pirouette, the spin, Nathaniel. There it is, yes! Give it up for Nathaniel! Amazing. Don't leave me hanging. That was very awkward. Give it up for Nathaniel, that was incredible. Look at that partial standing ovation from Nathaniel. Wow. You know what? Nathaniel, don't you want a prize? I think he deserves a prize, right? And Anthony, I gotta get a prize for you too here. I almost forgot. I got some juggling balls here. All right, yeah? You can do the show tomorrow night, okay? This will be you. Yeah, and I'm gonna run one of these back here for Anthony as well. I almost forgot. Let's give it up for our incredible volunteer. Who saw that coming? Look at that. Thank you very much, Anthony. Appreciate that. Woo! All right. Hey, one more applause round of applause for Nathaniel. That was incredible, wasn't it? Wow. Man. Woo! I don't even know what to say after that. That was awesome. Seriously, yeah, that was really cool. And listen, I want to just kind of throw it out there. Like, I know that I'm asking a lot when I throw that out there to bring somebody up on stage. But that, to me, that is really what influence is all about, if you think about it, because I was trusting Anthony, right? Or Nathaniel. You look like an Anthony, my past life. Something, a cousin, someone. Nathaniel, I was trusting you, right? Because it's a lot of power he has up on the stage, right? And then same thing, though, he was trusting me big time. That I was going to kind of protect him, right? That I wasn't going to make him look silly. And honestly, like for me, it's a lot of responsibility, and I'm always thinking, how do I make this about the other person? How do I give them a win? Because that's the type of influence I want to have. I want to give someone the win. Imagine if, let's say I had used this platform to intentionally kind of lower Nathaniel's status, right? Build me up. That's not the influence that I want to create, but sometimes it can happen accidentally, right? If we kind of lose sight of focus, take our eye off the ball, things can happen. And pretty soon, Nathaniel's the punchline, right? Instead of the star. Influence cuts both ways, is the point. Think about a reckless driver, somebody riding your bumper, weaving in and out. They have a tremendous amount of influence on you in that moment. But of course, they don't see it that way. They're not thinking about you, anyone, really. They're only thinking about themselves. They're not seeing you as human. They're seeing you as an obstacle. And to me, that's kind of the main point, right? It's so easy to lose track. And oftentimes, the people who are having a negative influence on others around them, they don't even realize that we're doing it. So it's just something to kind of keep in mind, right? That the power of influence, it cuts both ways. So as I dug in a little more into this research, I kind of just distilled it all down into these three muscles, really, that anyone can build: proximity, consistency, and presence. I want to go through them real quick here, one at a time. So proximity is simple. It's who you're near. It's who you share space, time, and attention with. Already touched on it before and in the opening remarks as well, but like proximity is this conference. There's a power to being around people who get it, who know you, who you don't need to explain anything to. They just kind of understand who you are. There's a real power there. Consistency is about being predictable in the most, the best sense of the word. And hey, this room, consistency, right? The care doesn't take days off. The routine doesn't take holidays. For a lot of people, they'll never know the type of consistency, the type of discipline that you all have. It's really remarkable. For you, it's muscle memory. And presence. This is the hardest one. In a world that's so distracting, all of us are pulled in a million different directions. That's the problem we started with. Remember? This is why, by the way, when you give your presence, it lands so hard. In a world where no one is fully there, being fully there is a superpower. This weekend, presence means talking to people, really talking to them and really listening. Listening like the other person matters because they do. That's presence. Everyday influence is the impact individuals have on others through their daily actions, regardless of age, profession, or social status. It's the ability to inspire and connect through genuine interest, simple kindness, and authentic human connection. The 22-year-old barista has it. The CEO has it. You have it. I have it. We all have it. It's whether or not we recognize it and we are intentional about how we utilize this quiet power. Because when we are intentional, it compounds. That's everyday influence. Not someday, not viral, just you. A little kinder, a little more present, showing up for the people you love every single day. So, if you remember nothing from the last 50 minutes, remember that Nathaniel could balance a pin on his chin. And that was incredible. Yes! No, I want you to remember those three simple words: proximity, consistency, and presence. Right? Proximity, again, is about who you're near. It's kind of table stakes, right? Consistency is about being the person that others trust. And then stack all of them, got presence. That's what makes it all come alive. Makes everything hit so much harder. Those three, that's what everyday influence is all about. Yes! Love it! Now, let me tell you when this all kind of clicked for me. So I did tell you that I moved on from the Vegas residency because I had something in my heart I wanted to focus on. So for some context here, that was and still is my nonprofit. It's called Win-Win Charity, and we exist to bring smiles to children in hospitals nationwide. Proud to say that we serve over 100 children's hospitals. Now we do virtual shows and in-person visits and events. All performers donate their time and talent. We're a 100% volunteer organization, and I'm really proud of what we built. It's become my baby over the years. But I tell you that because one of these visits that I was doing at a local children's hospital in Las Vegas, I did my show in the playroom, and then, as we often do, we kind of do room-to-room visits for those who can't make it to the playroom. And I saw what I now know to be a grandfather and a grandson. And the grandson was the patient. He was kind of checked out, like dozing in and out. Clearly had been through some sort of procedure. And so I did a little trick with baseball cap. You saw it earlier. I bounced it on my nose. When I don't know what to do, I get awkward, I tend to balance something on my face. It's like my default mechanism. So I did this little trick, and I didn't think anything of it, to be honest. Made my little seal sound, you know, caught it on my head, and I gave the hat back, and I gave the grandfather 2 complimentary tickets to my show. Actually, I gave him a buy one, get one free, but it was a very nice gesture. No, I gave him 2 comps, and I said, hey, when you're better, come see me, right? And remind me that we had this interaction. So about 6 months go by, and, you know, honestly, I totally forgot about it. Didn't think anything of it. And I'm doing the meet and greet in the lobby of the Flamingo Hotel after the show, and I'm, you know, signing ticket stubs, doing pictures of people and stuff. And then at the very end of the line, I see Tyler and his grandfather. And Tyler's bouncing around, acting like a kid again, right? Run all over. And the grandfather says to me, man, you have no idea what you did when you came in that hospital room. And I'm still kind of in show mode at this point, right? Nathaniel gets it. You know, you're like up. So I was like, oh, yeah, hey, no problem, man, thanks. Thanks so much. And he could kind of tell I wasn't being present. I wasn't fully there. So he's like, hey, man, like, no, I'm serious. Like, I just want you to know, like, that made a difference. Like, that really mattered when you came in and did that trick. And so, you know, now I'm kind of like leaning in. And he said, you know, my grandson wasn't eating before you came in. He was like, kind of checked out. He's like, I'm not a doctor, but like, you know, our family thinks back to that time. It's like, we remember that moment. That was kind of like the spark for him. It's like, he started watching your videos on YouTube. He couldn't wait to see your show. He said he thinks you're so cool. And like just a juggler, right? Art. Exactly, right? Every one of you has more power than you realize, and it's quieter than you think. Thank you very much for having me. I'm honored to be here with you this weekend, and I'm excited to perform tomorrow night for the banquet and to host. So thank you very much. I look forward to meeting you all this weekend. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much.